Assalamu alaikum friends, my name is Muhammad Yunus and I am Odoo Technical Developer. In today's video I am going to discuss about how to create an activity for a user so that they can get notification for any kind of approval. In this case we are going to add an approval on this course model. So whenever someone click on the add submit for approval button, then some specific user should get the notification that an activity is pending and they will have to click on this approve button to end the activity. So the activity will show here like this, and we will create a new type for the course model, which will show like courses, and then it will show these three options: late, and then today, and then future. So if someone click here, then it will show like this. So first of all, we will have to create a security group for this purpose in order to make difference, in order to make it specific to certain users. So for example, let me add the group here. So this is the Open Academy module in which we are currently working. So open the race.groups file, and here let me add a new group like this. It should be like group approval, group course approval, and here we will say like course approval like this. So this is it. We have added a new group, and then we will have to add a new state here. Like let me show you here. So here we will add a new state just after the draft state. So, and we will add a new button like submit for approval. So when someone click on the submit for approval button, it should move from the draft state to the submitted state, and then some specific user will get the notification, and then they will approve this record. So let me add it here, and then I can explain it better. And it should be like submitted like this, and then this submitted. So the new state has been added, and then let me upgrade this module so that you can see the changes that we have added so far. So so far we have just added two changes. One is added a security group, and the other is added a new state. So let me upgrade the module, and then let's see the changes. So the module will take a bit of time, and then let me refresh this page. And after the page refresh, we still cannot see this because we have to make a change inside the XML also. So let me open this openacademy.py file, openacademy.xml file, and here under the state field we will have to add this one submitted also, so that it should appear there, submitted, and then upgrade the module again. So let me go to apps and then click the upgrade button to upgrade the module. So after the module upgrade, we will be able to see the change, and let me refresh this page, and here we can see the submitted state. So this way we have added the new state, and then we will have to add a new button. Like if I click on the new record, it is showing validate button, but I will hide the validate button in the draft state, and it will appear in the valid submitted state only, and for only some specific users. So let me just add this change. So here action validate is the button that is currently showing in the draft state. So I will make it like to show it in the submitted state, and I will add a group for this button to show it only for these users, for the user of this group only. So here I will have to add the module name first, then dot, and then the group name, the group ID. So this way. So this button will only show to the users of this group and only in the submitted state. And then let me add a new button. Button name is equal to action submitted, action submit, and then type should be object. Class should be let me copy from here. We highlight, and then string should be submit for approval, like this, and then close it. So everyone should be able to see this, and it should be only visible to in the draft states, draft, like this. So let me just upgrade the module, and I will also need to restart the service, but it was not needed actually, but let me just do it. And then go to apps to upgrade the module. So click the upgrade button to upgrade it, and after the module upgrade we will be able to see a new button, and this button will not do anything, but so you can see here submit for approval and then cancel button and new state like submitted. So on this button, when someone click on the submit for approval button, we want to move this state to the submitted state, and we want to create an activity for the user of the group that we have created newly. So those users should get a notification here that an approval is waiting for you. So let me just do it here. The name should be this one in the Python. So let me go to openacademy.py file, and this is the openacademy.course model. So let me add here a method like action submit. So first of all, what we'll have to do here is to move the state to the next state. Like I can see self dot state should be equal to submitted, and the next step is to get the users to which this group is assigned. So for this purpose I can do it easily, like users is equal to self dot env dot reference, and then here we will have to add the module name, and then the group ID. So copy it from here, this group ID, and then this one, and then here we will have to fetch the user IDs. Let me just show you why I am adding the users. Like if we will have to activate the debug mode also in order to show you that how you can get the users of the specific group. Like I will like approval, so course approval you can see here, and here you can see if you hover the cursor over here you will be able to see the field name like users. So those users who are assigned this group will show here, and you can get it from here like this. So let me just add here like users. So these are all the users, and then we will have to use the for loop in order to go through each users, and then we will have to create the activity. So for creating the activity, we will have to create the activity type first by adding the XML file in the data. Here we will have to add activity.xml, and here we will have to, sorry, I made a mistake, I think. So nothing, everything's fine. So let me add here like this one, and then this, and then Odoo tag, and then close it. And here we will have to add the activity. So in order to see the format, we can search in Odoo default modules, like here mail.activity.type, like this. So let me just copy this one and then paste it here. So format it, and then let me just remove the icon. You can remove it, and here we will have to add the model, and so here is the ID. So the ID would be like mail activity course approval like this, and this will remain the same. Here we will add course approval, and here we will have to add the module and then model name like this. So replace the dot with underscore. So this is it. We have created the activity, and we will have to add this file in the manifest also. So it should be added at the top because this is the data file, and like this, and then 8 comma. So this way, and then we can create the activity here. Once we create this the activity type. So for creating the activity, first of all, we will have to get the activity type like this, self.env, and then env.ref, and then the same way like module name. So this is the module name, and then dot, and then the activity ID like this, and then paste it here. So this is the activity ID, and then we will have to create the activity. So for creating the activity, we will have to call a method here like activity schedule schedule, and let me just search for this in the Odoo default add-ins to see what are the parameters that needs to be passed. So first is the ID of the activity, next is the ID of the user, and then node. So let me just add these two parameters like activity type, and then user is equal to user dot id, and these two, and then node is please approve course. So you can pass it like this, course, and here we can add the name of the course by using string formatting like self dot name like this. And this is it. This way you can create the activity. So let me just restart Odoo service, and then let me upgrade the module so that we can see the effect. And then after the module upgrade, we will have to assign some user to this group also, so that the users can get the notification of approval. So after the module upgrade, we will go to settings, and then we will go to the users, and then we will assign the new group that we have created to admin. So let me go to settings, and then users, and then here we will have to assign this to this user. So here we can see course approval. So let me assign this group to admin, and then assign it to Joe Smith also. So we will give the approval access to only these two people. So let me save it, and then let me go to here, and then let me refresh this page. So after refreshing the page, let me just create a new course like Odoo Technical Course Approval, and then responsible is admin, and let me add here something like Odoo Technical Course by Odoo Discussions. So let me add a session. So let me just keep it empty here, save it, and then let me click the this submit for approval button. And here let me just show you that there is only one activity which is related to tasks. So let me just click on submit for approval, and we got an error message. So mail.activity object has no attribute split. So we have made a mistake here. Like what is the mistake? So we will have to pass it like this. I think we will have to pass it like this. So let me just refresh it, and let me just check it once to make sure how we can edit. So like this one. So this is how you can edit, schedule activities, and then make user, contractor, expiration date, and then this. So we will have to edit like this. Just remove this one, we don't need it, and let me just restart. So restart it. So let me click the submit for approval button again, and so it is just so we got another message like user on model activity. So user does not exist. So let me just check what is the field for user. So it is like users. Let me just show you user ID. It is user ID, not just user. So let me make it like this, and then restart again to see the effect, and then let me click again on this button. So hopefully this time it will work for us, and let me just check the logs. So this is it. It has been moved to the submitted state, and let me just check the activity. So here you can see it has created activity for Mitchell Edmund and Joe Smith. So as we can see that we have added these two people in the group for approval. So therefore these two people got this activity. So let me just check here. So here we can see the activity has been added. Activity for the courses has been added. So if I click here, so you will be able to see it here like this, and if you click here you will be able to see this validate button. So this validate button will only visible to the people who have the approval group access, and here I will have to add this method like on the validate button. The this activity should be end up, and this should be deleted. So the person who is approving the this course, this activity should be marked as done, and this activity should be deleted. So let me just do it here, like which method it is. It is like action. So let me search here, action validate. So this is the method. So here we will have to do one thing, like first of all I will have to get the activities that is related to the current user. So in order to search for the activities that belong to the current user, activity ID is equal to self.env. Here model is mail.activity, and then search, and then here add the domain. Domain is like res id is means the record ID should be equal to self.id, and res user, and user ID should be equal to self.env.user.id, which means the current user which is going to approve this activity. And then and then the activity type ID should be equal to self.env.ref, and here module name. So let me just show here like this. This is the ID and the module name. So here we will use like this, and then .id. So this way, so this will return the activity that belong to the current user, and we will call the method activity feedback, something like this. Activity feedback. So like this we can call this method, and here we will have to add the feedback like approved. you can see like this. You can pass some feedback here. So this will make this activity done, and then the other activity, let me just copy this whole thing like this. Let me just copy from here and then paste it here. So here I will have to remove few things, like I will have to remove this one. We don't need to filter on the basis of the current user. We didn't need it for all. And then all other activities. Other activity IDs. I will search it like this. So other activity IDs that unlink. So I will delete it. So I don't need to make it done because the only user that approve this record is this one. So let me just restart it and then click the validate button. And so let me just refresh this so that we can take the effect. And here once I click on the validate button, you will see the change. So there are two activities, and here it is one pending today. So let me click the validate button, and it should, so we got an error message, mail.activity has no attribute activity feedback. So let me just check here, like what is the problem. In the default it is, I think, action feedback. Yeah, it is action feedback, not activity feedback. So sorry for this mistake. Let me restart Odoo service again, and then let me click this button again. So this time hopefully it will work, and you can see it has been moved to the progress state. And let me go here. So here you can see only one activity has been done. Course approval are done, and this is the feedback. Please approve. This was the original note. And if you go here, so here you can see the activity disappear because it has been done already. So in this video you have learned about how to aid the approval process on any record, like on the basis of some specific users, and how to create an activity notification for the user on the basis of the approval, and how to done the activity using the code, and how to unlink the activities that are not needed. So these are things we have discussed in this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give a huge thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also in order to get the notification of the upcoming videos, please click the bell icon. And if you have any question or any problem relating to this module and relating to Odoo generally, you can join our Discord group. The link of the Discord group is under the description of this video. Click the link and join the group. Thank you.